And people have been asking around my minimalism process, what led to all that, and how do I do it? So I minimalized from sticks and bricks down when my youngest son was moving out almost 4 years ago. I made some plans and everything, went to a 16-foot camper that I traveled in for 2.5 years. The goal was 2 years, but I went 2.5 years, and then minimalized down a little bit quicker than I wanted to, but I did, into from my 16-foot camper. I sold it, just started traveling in my truck and doing all of my overlanding. I started getting more into the overlanding, and so I could go deeper and hike further in more remote areas and things like that. So I've been doing that a year, plus working. Probably 50% of that has actually been moving around and being just strictly in my truck, and then the other 50% has either been at my kids or working. I've worked the last 6 months a lot and traveled and stayed in a lot of hotels and things like that that were provided from me for work. The thought is I wanted to minimalize down to basically nothing. I mean, pretty much everything, storage, everything gone, except for, really, really personal stuff or any of my kids' stuff they wanted me to keep or needed me to. And then just have my truck, basically. And what was in my backpack when I come off the Appalachian Trail, which will be August sometime of this year, I'm looking at, maybe sooner. That was the whole thought process around it. And I did this, and all this was very important to me in part of my journey, because it was several years before that I found hiking and the outdoors, and this was just, it's all been a process of and evolving with all of this self-care stuff and the importance of it to me, and trying to find more about myself and get into a more self-loving place and forgiving myself and doing all that, which I'm really doing good. I'm really happy where I'm at. Still have a lot of struggles, but part of the, again, a big part of the minimalization is I've always chased stuff. So, sorry. Stuff was so important to me because of status, because of self-esteem, caring what people thought. I was that guy that was so competitive and I didn't just want to keep up with the Joneses. I wanted to beat the living heck out of anybody around me with having more stuff. But the problem was I didn't have any, I could make money, I just couldn't hang on to it. So the more I made, the more I overextended and it just never ended until it just blew up one day. And because I made some really, really bad decisions around work and spent money like crazy. And I just dug a huge hole I couldn't get out of and made some poor decisions, crashed and burned. And that chasing things and having things never brought me any happiness. Even when I obtained them or got them, or it never was enough. It was just stuff. And what was important, which was more my family and things like that. I've always been a really good dad. I could have even been better. I was a horrible spouse. So that was a big part of it too, is drilling down and getting in a spot minimal wise to where I didn't have much of anything, and then start moving forward into the things that I did want. Trying to figure out what that was. Do I just want a little house here, or where do I want to live, or do I want some land, or right now I don't want anything. So I'm hoping this Appalachian Trail wakes a little bit of that spirit up in me, and because when I come off the trail, again, I'm just gonna have my truck and pretty much what's in my backpack. So that was the goal, and I will have attained that when I come off trail. So I really believe my life's really going to begin again from that point, after doing all this personal work and sharing it with everybody. And I'm going to continue to share it. And there's just a lot of things I I'm going to keep sharing my story, so because I think it really helps people, and keep encouraging people to share their story. Just everything is coming kind of together with my time frames and everything I've been trying to accomplish when I come off trail. So that's a big part of minimalism. So if you haven't been to my channel yet, my YouTube here, please subscribe, hit the bell, you know, all that stuff, comment, engage. This is all going to be where I put most of my long form Appalachian Trail content on. Subscribe. See you later. Bye.